excuse.
Okay, y'all, I think we've got to admit it. Small selection size, but the Sixers won the trade.
Tell your mans to chill. Yo, who mans is this? Somebody come get us.
What is good, y'all? It is your boy Benji. We back balling. 76ers, Brooklyn Nets, a few weeks ago made a blockbuster trade, moving James Harden over from Brooklyn to Philly. And Philly shifted over Seth Curry, Ben Simmons, and a couple other things. Originally, it seemed like a great decision because, I mean, when you put all these star players together in Brooklyn, it seems like a W. But the more and more I thought about it, at face value, here's what you got. You've got the #1 team at the time in the East, the Philadelphia 76ers. They're gelling, they're flowing, they're ebbing, they're working well together. Essentially, all you had to lose was Ben Simmons, who hadn't suited up for y'all all season, and in the prior year was one of the more scrutinized players when it came to the playoffs, in Seth Curry, who, granted, had a couple game winners for you, played well, got hot, plenty of games. It was an important factor. But y'all picked up James Harden, who more than makes up for the scoring deficit that you've lost. Not only can he pass the ball, but I think the difference between him and Ben Simmons is that James Harden is an offensive threat. And when you're able to have the defense respect you as an offensive threat, I think it makes you that much more deadly as a passer because you're creating and drawing in defense. And everyone talked about, Embiid and Harden on the pick and roll because Harden's always been, really hard to stop in pick and roll. And with a big man, I think that can shoot it and roll to the basket and can score on his own. But it hasn't even been close, bro. For these last couple games, James Harden and the Sixers have been dominating their competition, man. James Harden's been putting up legendary numbers. We ain't even talking about James Harden that, had to shoot, 20, 30 shots, to get 30. He's putting up 30 balls with 14 shots, 11 shots. This is crazy, yo. This is crazy. It's looking real easy for him right now. The Sixers are rolling. I think, like they said, the biggest difference between them is they got the guy out that may have been a little bit of cancer. Every time you walk in the door, you got that smell because you left this little pile of cheese in the corner and it's starting to stink. So every time you walk in the house, it just stinks. You look at it, you don't do anything about it, and you just keep walking. Well, that cheese stinks. And so essentially, I know these guys came in to hoop every day, and Ben Simmons was just over there stanking. He didn't want to be there, all right? So eventually they finally cleaned it up, got him up out of there, and now the house smells good, all right? Now you're excited to go home. That's what the Sixers are looking like now. Now they're able to enjoy themselves, okay? The Nets, and I think on paper, they won the trade, but now when you really break it down, KD just finally made his appearance back. It didn't matter they lost. Because why? These guys are a dysfunctional group of players. No one's proven themselves as an individual other than maybe Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is going to go down as one of the greatest scorers we've got. Kevin Durant is one of the best players in the league. Then you got a guy who's literally a part-time basketball player in Kyrie Irving. Now, talented as they come, right? Talented as they come. I was able to see Kyrie play, not James Harden and not Kevin Durant. Ben Simmons did not suit up, nor did Andre Drummond. I mean, it's hard to have on paper a team that looks so good when you've got all these guys not playing. There's even reports that Ben Simmons might not even play moving forwards. Everyone expected him to be able to suit up in March. Why is he not playing? I know we talked about some of his mental disabilities or mental issues that he was going through at the time in Philly, but now he's in Brooklyn. He's across the waters, and he's still not playing. So now you've got a guy who literally spent the entire year just not playing because he just didn't want to play, at least from the outside looking in. And now you've got guys who are not playing because they're not taking the vaccine, which is cool. It's cool. But you're not going to play because of that. You got a guy, I don't know what this guy played, like maybe 14 games this year. So KD's been hurt. Seth Curry's been playing well, though, since he's came over. I will say that. But you've got a lot of dysfunction going on over there, okay? Because while on paper you may have a solid squad, you got a lot of guys that aren't playing. Cam Thomas step up and be the man this rookie season. He's hitting game winners. He's dropping 20. On the flip side, we've seen Tyrese Maxey step up big time for the Sixers. And Ben Simmons not playing has been his coming out party. Dude has been playing amazing. You've got guys who can make up for James Harden not playing defense versus, well, on paper, Blake Griffin, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, Andre Drummond, Seth Curry. This sounds like a great squad, but half of these guys are not playing. I don't think it helps you as a franchise when you got a lot of guys who are literally just up in the air when it comes to maybe today I might just not play. You might have my man's wake up with a third eye in his head and he's not going to play for a season. All right? Then you got the other guy. I just don't feel like playing. With this season, like I said, I think they see some bright spots. My guy, Day'Ron Sharpe, he's been playing well for the Nets, which is since he started to get a lot more minutes. But will they put it all together, man? I don't know. They're on the bubble right now. And these are guys that everyone predicted was going to win the championship. But I've got to admit, the Sixers definitely won this trade. But what remains to be seen is how are they going to play in the playoffs. Because the Sixers have been good pretty much every year. You know, we were trusting the process and shaved and kicked a little bit early at the playoffs. But look, y'all keep eyes out for me. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think. Who won this trade? Peace. Stay tuned to the next video.
We crossed over, then we slammed dunk. Crossover. Michael Jordan 6 rings make me slam dunk. Drink no whiskey with the chickens, I'm a slam dunk. Hit on with the